What's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 74 of the CHUMPS. Mark got lost in a dark room this week, so fan favorite Drunk Erica sat in his place. Enjoy listening to an hour of Brick and Erica ganging up on me. This week we discuss the NFL playoffs, compare quarterbacks to superheroes or villains if you're Tom Brady, argue about how you should spend your last 30 minutes if you get a Hawaiian missile alert, and listen to Erica spew pure hatred for the Nicolas Cage film Mom and Dad. If you want to support the show, you can rate, subscribe, or share our iTunes feed. You can also get our merch at thechumpcast.com or use our Amazon affiliate link, thechumpcast.com/Amazon. If you don't support us in some way, we're going to keep reviewing Nicolas Cage movies. Come on. Nobody wants that.
What?
You know, like the metal part that goes between like a screw and what you're screwing into?
I actually do know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's a washer. Because everyone should know what a washer is.
Because as the office manager of an office, I put together a lot of furniture.
And then you should definitely know what a washer is.
I know what a washer is, yeah.
She has no idea what you're talking about.
No, yeah, I do. It's the little thing that goes in between the things.
Yes, that could also be described as baloney or literally anything else.
The thing that goes between the things.
The little
baloney
thing,
sandwich, man.
The little thing that goes in between the things.
Yeah, that's a lot of things. That's a lot of things.
Is a washer.
But also, you do know. I did know what you were talking about when you said that.
I appreciate that, Brick. Thank you.
Context clues, Smith. Figure it out, man.
I know that.
Yeah, brah.
Jesus.
Are we starting this?
Yes, and we are already off the rails. Not that it matters.
Skull.
This is what I deal with every week.
Skull. That's
Was
that clap back.
We will rock you.
That's that clap back. That's the Vikings. The Vikings are literally primed to invade a small country.
Remember when you used to be a Vikings fan and then you abandoned them?
I jumped off ship to live with the Bears.
Are you talking about
Viking,
hockey?
and then I decided to. I was like, things are going too good. Things are going too good. If I want to go to a game, I don't want to drive 9 hours.
Are you talking about hockey?
We're talking about the football.
Isn't the Vikings a hockey team?
No. Come on now.
That sounds like it would be more of a hockey team than whatever the hell you're talking about.
A football? A football
Don't act
team?
like you don't know what football is.
That's bad on you for not knowing. Like football is not on enough.
Ryan does not make me watch football.
Yeah, but even just being in the vicinity, you should pick up on things.
I don't.
All right, Brick. What's the over/under on minutes until I have to turn Erica's microphone off?
I'm gonna give her 30
because she just gets belligerent.
At least 30.
All right, we'll set it at 30. I'm gonna take the under.
Okay, I'm going over. I got you, girl.
Thanks, Brick.
So how's that Jeepers Creepers review coming?
Yeah,
next week. I didn't want to do it without Mark. Mark's was if Jeepers Creepers is Mark's baby. That sounded came off weird. Let me try that again. Jeepers Creepers was Mark's idea, so I wanted for him to be here to get the full review, full effect.
No,
that sounds like a big fat fucking excuse to me, Brick. That's what that sounds like.
Sorry, I was making incredible visuals all week. That didn't.
Yeah, and where are those visuals now?
They're still there. They're wandering. They'll be posted soon.
Right in the pooper.
Whatever you say.
We'll figure it out.
Great. Can we move on now?
Yeah. Well, the visuals. Great idea. Divisional championship game coming up.
The hell are you even talking about?
Conference championship.
Is that right?
Yes.
Can you just tell me what you're talking about?
We're talking about football, and
okay. Well, then I won't make any comments if you just let me know that you're talking about sports.
Well, you can still comment if you want, but
all right.
I would preface.
I'll sit back on this one. Go ahead, guys.
You literally talked over him to say that you were going to sit this one out.
Go ahead.
It's just communication, Conference championships coming up. At this point in the playoffs, which is something you should be watching for sure. Patriots are looking unstoppable. They have no quarterbacks in the other division. No other team has a good quarterback. That is Tom Brady, TB12. He is amazing.
A supervillain.
No.
He's a supervillain.
He's the hero in this situation.
No, he's not. No one loves him except for people in Boston. Everybody else thinks he's a piece of shit. He's coming to ruin your universe. He is Thanos.
You're completely wrong, dude. He's the hero of it all. Goodell is the Thanos. He's the one oppressing everybody. The No Fun League, NFL, is for a reason, for Goodell, not because TB12 knows how to win games.
No, TB12 served his suspension. He yielded to Roger Goodell.
No, that's because Roger Goodell holds the Infinity Gauntlet with all the power.
Tom Brady and his butt chin are Thanos.
Don't talk about his butt chin. It's a heroic chin line. And heroic chin line, he's Captain America.
That's heroic about it?
Are you serious? The chiseled? He's chiseled. That's a heroic chin line. That's what they call it.
Anytime you're talking about his chisel jawline, all I do is think back to his draft picture of him standing there in his boxers and he looks like a 12-year-old boy.
More reason why he's Captain America. Think about how much of a dweeb dork ass he was before he turned into a super soldier machine.
Oh, I get it. Then he went to New England and Bill Belichick pumped him full of steroids.
And he's a super soldier minus the steroids, just with organic matter. He wins championships.
No, not a chance.
Dude, this is exactly what it is. This is Civil War. The public was against Captain America. The people were against Captain America. Even the Avengers were against Captain America. Everybody's against him, but he knows he's right. He's doing the right thing because that's what he's programmed to do. Win. TB12. Okay, so let's get into it. What if what about the other quarterbacks? Who would their superheroes be if they were superheroes?
Blake Bortles is obviously the Flash because he's running all over the place.
Oh, Mr. Dual Threat himself. What do you have? 88 yards rushing
and 87 yards passing.
Okay. The Flash. No. Bortles is actual Ant-Man because the best thing you could do when you're Ant-Man is shrink and become nearly invisible. And whenever Blake Bortles is doing the best, it's when you don't see him on the field. Ant-Man.
I thought you were going to say because he disappears in big moments, but
no, Ant-Man's still there. We could have gone maybe the Hammer Thor if we're giving Bortles some love, because back in like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, my man was throwing like 3 to 4 touchdowns a game quietly.
Yeah, when they were down by 30 points.
Exactly. But we'll say the Hammer is like the Jaguars defense, and in order for Thor to fly, he literally needs to get carried by that hammer. So we could either do Thor, but I like Ant-Man, to be honest.
I think Ant-Man is more apt. Okay, if you're going to go Thor, I think it's got to be Case Keenum. He's a Viking, right?
No.
You're Norse.
I see the correlation there, but no. It's got to be, I think it's Iron Man. Because anybody who goes into the suit is fully automatic, fully ready to go. It's Case Keenum. First of all, it was Teddy Bridgewater. They were doing good. Second of all, it was Sam Bradford broke the record for completion percentage. Now it's Case Keenum bringing them to the conference championship and the Super Bowl.
So you think that he can just step into the suit and be Tony Stark?
Exactly.
Okay, so then he's War Machine.
How?
Because he just steps into a suit and is a superhero.
Okay, so he's not the elite of elite Tony Stark swagoo. He's the guy who gets the other suit who's filling in.
He's Rescue. He's Pepper Potts, who steps into a suit and is the same thing.
Okay.
Since there are so many of them, you kind of have to.
Fine, I'll give you War Machine on that one. That's actually a pretty good comparison. What about Foles then? We got Foles.
Nick Foles, who just took over for a superhero and is...
Yeah, so he's the Robin. He's Robin. Like, he's not actually a superhero. He's just some kid in tights who's filling in. No.
He's Wally West. He came in and replaced Barry Allen, the Flash, when he died. Oh, I don't know. That's not a good comparison.
Wally West?
Wally West was the Flash for a while. He's the Green Lantern who took over for Hal Jordan. No, because Jon Stewart was a black dude. That's tough. He's somebody whose superhero died and he stepped in and took over for them.
I feel like he's Tim Allen from Santa Claus.
What?
He's not a superhero, but he just like put on the suit.
Technically a superhero.
Yeah.
Santa Claus. Did you know that in the Marvel Universe, Santa Claus is a mutant?
Are you shitting me?
I am not shitting you. You're my favorite character. Why would I do that?
Wow. Okay, so
you learn something new every day.
I'm throwing in he's Tim Allen from the Santa Claus. That is Nick Foles' superhero, because all you need to do is put on that suit. All of a sudden, you're the quarterback of the fucking Eagles.
Jesus.
Wow.
What about some of the other players? You got to have more comparisons here. What about obviously Gronk is the Hulk because he's giant and unstoppable and a big dumb animal.
And he kind of talks like the Hulk.
Yeah.
Like if the Hulk from Thor Ragnarok is how Gronk actually talks.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
The Hulk can actually like say some words, but
Yo soy fiesta.
Yeah, we'll go with. I'll actually do like that. Plus, he's just mega huge.
Yeah. Did you see the GIF? This is like the video transition this week of his interview, and then it goes to I think a defensive back, and it's like he's at the top of the screen, and then the other guy walks in, and all you can see is the top of his face.
Amazing. I did not, but that's amazing.
Massive.
I love Gronk.
All right, Leonard Fournette, I think, is the juggernaut.
Ooh.
Because once he gets going, you can't stop him.
Yo, Fournette is actually a super bamf. I could get down on that. But also, what about... No, Black Panther wouldn't work just because he's not a Panther. If it was a Jaguar. Is a Jaguar like part of that Panther family? Gotta be.
Yeah, I'm not really sure about that.
I don't want to get... I think you're better with Juggernaut because he actually is a super bamf. He's an unstoppable force when he's running the ball.
You know what? Now that I think about it, there aren't that many huge name superstars like outside of Tom Brady, Gronk in the playoffs still.
We got Diggs, we got Alshon Jeffrey who called being in the Super Bowl.
They're not really like superstars though. They're not MVP level players.
Yeah, well that's a handful. That's a handful of people usually. But we also don't know, like, the defensive side is hard to.
Yeah, you can't really call them anything.
You can't even call them anything. One thing I did notice was the NFL tweeted out a picture of, hey, your team made it to the Super Bowl. And what was it? Like, the Patriots and Vikings were in the Super Bowl in the picture. You can win seats to the Super Bowl too.
Are you going to hit me with the conspiracy theories now?
Absolutely. The NFL is the conspiracy.
Well, this doesn't matter because the Jaguars are going to beat the Pats.
But that's because they need to throw the monkey wrench into society just so they can throw us all off. You know what I mean?
So you're this conspiracy theorist, and I can't get behind it.
Dude, there's a reason. When did the Patriots win their first Super Bowl with Tom Brady? After 9/11. The Patriots winning what now? It could be their 6th Super Bowl.
Oh, you're already calling for them?
I'm just saying they're right up there. There's a reason why the Patriots are the best team in the league for the last decade.
Wubby would not be happy with you for calling it over as Vikings already.
I know. I want the Vikings to win. I want them. They're savage. They're actually sweet. Their defense has been like on the up and up. Hell yeah. But think about what about the Coliseum? Before that, even the Olympics. How do you think the 1% distracts the common folk with these gladiator battles, with these freaking feats of strength, with football?
Now you're going full Festivus.
Oh, I got a lot of problems with you people and the NFL and all sports. It's all rigged.
Jesus.
I'm going deep. The Jeans guy, the Panthers guy, he just like the 32 NFL owners, super secluded. They're running the Illuminati. And all.
Did you just say they're running Illuminatis?
They're running the Illuminati. And I also got choked for saying that because the Illuminati's real. Also, I'm back. They didn't choke me that hard, though. I'm back, though.
Jaguars all day.
Your boy, Blake Bortles.
I watched the Dolphins on a Monday night crush Tom Brady. And when you hit him, he doesn't know what the fuck to do. He gets all pissy.
Isn't Jay Cutler on the Dolphins now?
Yes, that was from a few weeks ago.
He's still on the Dolphins.
But he's still on the Dolphins, and that was recent, right?
Good football knowledge.
What I'm saying is they're not playing Jay Cutler this weekend.
Why? What's wrong with him? Is he hurt?
That's not the team.
If you would have just said nothing after that, you would have won that one. But
I'll just stop.
Backtracked a bit. But go ahead as he sips through a straw.
Vodka water. Getting into ketosis, and Mark's not here to tell me that I'm not. Suck a dick, Mark.
Good. I believe that you're in full ketosis.
I am in full ketosis. I am ketotic.
You're ketoted.
Tom Brady got an injured hand. Did you see the line on this game has already moved 2 points?
Because of TB's hand?
In favor of the Jaguars, yeah.
Wow. Rex Burkhead is the known patriot who fucked up Tom Brady's thumb.
I can see Erica getting anxious on Instagram.
Well, she's fine.
All right, can we get to our actual stupid question of the week?
Sure.
Obviously, anyone who's paid attention to the news at all knows that in Hawaii last weekend, there was an emergency alert that came across everyone's cell phone that said an intercontinental ballistic missile had been launched and that they were all supposed to take shelter. So basically it was saying, North Korea has launched a nuke and you're all about to die. Obviously, that did not happen, and it was because someone clicked on the wrong button to send out the emergency alert. Besides the fact that
that's embarrassing.
It's hugely embarrassing.
What a blunder.
So later in the week, they interviewed the people in the office that manage that. If you zoom in the background, there's a Post-it note on their computer monitor with their fucking password written on it.
Stop
Amazing.
It. Are you serious?
I could not make this up if it was...
Wait, is this in Hawaii?
In Hawaii. Yeah, it's that bad. First of all, worst man alive. Come on. Get your shit together.
Yeah,
Was this one person, do you think? This was done by one person?
Well, I mean, if you're at a computer and you're clicking a mouse, it's usually one person, right? I think it was supposed...
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what went into it.
Terrible workplace troll gone wrong.
I think what it was supposed to be was someone was supposed to send out a test that would be clearly marked test. And instead, they clicked the actual one that said, hey, y'all about to die.
How does that even happen?
Stupid people who posted their password to their computer monitor and then go on TV.
Fruit Loop Dingus. Okay, what's the question?
Question is, you're in Hawaii, you get this text message. What you do?
If I'm in Hawaii, first of all, I'm living my best life because I'm just peacing out in Hawaii. I would actually probably not be able to deal with reality itself. And I would probably just constantly say, no, wait, what?
I think you would make a terrible joke about it.
30 minutes. I'd say, no, wait, what? Every minute or so. And then my last words, if I saw the explosion on island away, I'd just be like this. All right, peace.
It kind of reminds me, how far did you get in Electric Dreams? Episode 2?
No, I saw Bryan Cranston one more episode after that.
So you skipped around?
No, I watched 3 or 4.
Okay, so you saw the one with the blonde girl who like watches a nuke hit the city?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's what it brings to mind.
That would be me being like, yo, peace. I'm a goner.
You would not do anything crazy. You wouldn't.
30 I have 30 minutes.
You don't know that,
what
but
could
you
do
just
in
assume that
30
your time's about to be up. The root of this question is you got 30 minutes to do literally anything you want with no consequences.
Let me tell you what you would do. Let me tell
you
you.
would have consequences
Let me tell you. Let me tell you. You run to your favorite restaurant and you demand that they make you your favorite meal immediately.
Just shake the chef. Give me my fucking
You are going
chops.
to make me my favorite meal right now because I need to eat it right now. And you're going to eat your favorite meal before
well, in
you
that
die.
case, you know it's pizza.
Well, is it?
But is pizza in Hawaii good? You're probably going to have
I don't
like
know.
A Hawaiian pizza? Yo,
but
no.
like, why am I in Hawaii though? Like, am I by myself? There's a lot of questions that I have. There's a lot of questions I have. Okay. Why am I in Hawaii by myself? Why?
Because
that doesn't make any sense.
Business.
Nope. That doesn't make any sense.
I know what Smith would do.
What? What would he do? What would he do?
He would calmly go to his freezer, take out his finest bottle of whiskey and pour it and just sit here.
Yep. That's totally legitimate. Just sip on a bottle of whiskey. Yep. 100%.
And then till the death. Yep. You would.
Very calmly. Yeah, 100%.
I would bring the whiskey with me.
And what?
And then I would go steal the fastest car I could find.
Oh, yep. This is accurate. 100%.
And then I would just be a complete idiot in it until the bomb hit.
100%.
Paul Walker over here.
Oh, too soon. Too soon, Brick.
That's
too soon. But 100%, you would actually probably die in a car accident, and then the world would not end, and then you would still be dead.
But I would never know because I'd be dead.
Yep.
That would be a hilarious way to go.
That's what would happen.
The world's over anyway.
It doesn't matter. I'm gonna go out in this fucking.
Actually, that was a
fucking Trans Am Ferrari. I'm gonna go out in this Trans Am Ferrari.
You just said Trans Am Ferrari, and it made my heart hurt.
Isn't that a car?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, I'm going to go out eating my favorite food, fucking pizza, and maybe some breakfast french fries. Oh, wait, hold on. To all my bitches out there, some fucking tachos, some breakfast tachos. You know what I'm talking about.
I just figured like you would want to do something that you've never done.
No. What, in 30 minutes? Do something I've never done in 30 minutes? No. I have a chance.
A Ferrari.
I have a chance to make my favorite meal and just eat it in peace. While I fucking die, I'm going to make some fucking breakfast tachos, maybe a pizza at the same time.
What if you are in the process of making this and you just sit down?
Yep. And I just go to eat it and the bomb.
Yeah.
You know what? I would be satisfied knowing that I just made a fantastic meal for myself. And then I would immediately be devastated.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was going for. I'm kind of surprised there weren't more stories of people doing insane things.
You know, it seemed like literally the only thing people were doing is watching porn, which I can get
that was the other thing I want to talk about is Pornhub. They have really in-depth analytics. They're one of the top 10 largest websites on the planet.
So could they like geograph like where it's being
Yeah, that's what they did. That was in Hawaii.
Oh, interesting.
So what it showed is a massive dip right after the alert went out.
Like it stopped? It just stopped?
Half an hour later.
Yep.
A huge spike.
So like
as people realize like, oh, what was
the world is not ending?
Oh, that's right, Pornhub. Which is the funniest fucking and they wrote a great article about it. Their PR team is amazing.
Wait, Pornhub's?
Yes.
PR team is amazing?
Yes, they are. They're on Reddit a whole lot. They're always talking about trends and stuff. Like I guarantee they'll do one after the Super Bowl to show how many people like at halftime just went to rub one out.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding. You know what I'm talking about, Brick?
Yeah, I'm a Super Bowl
I'll have to time that out so I become a statistic.
Did you say you have to try it out so you become the statistics? You're
really
masturbating
I'll have to try it out during the halftime.
Watch the Super Bowl anyways.
During the halftime of the Super Bowl, so I become a statistic.
That's like your time to watch the Super Bowl. Every first through the first quarter.
I'm not watching the Super Bowl. I'm going to just tell you that right now.
But if you were to watch part of the Super Bowl, it would be the halftime show.
No,
JT.
No.
You don't like Justin Timberlake?
Yeah. I mean, I do, but I don't watch any part of it because I don't care at all. I care.
You have watched the last 3 Super Bowls with me.
How do you not watch? It's like
I have.
Even the commercials are sweet. Sometimes they've kind of fallen off.
I'm just like don't really like commercials, you know. Like we have like Hulu and Netflix at this point, and you know.
Why is this the one time that you're whispering?
Because she knows that hating on the Super Bowl is wrong in all aspects of it.
I just want you to talk at your normal level.
I'm just trying to be respectful of the microphone, okay? I'm just trying to be respectful.
Brick, you really just don't know what you would do?
Your answer was lame as fuck.
I think you could probably get a game of PUBG in.
Well, I'm just going to sit there and I'm going to say, no. Burp, 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 burp.
I never said any of the
so
burps.
Stupid.
Boom, roasted.
I didn't burp once.
Like, what are you going to, you're not going to like literally do anything you love? Come on.
What do you do for 30 minutes? I would definitely just go down and just continue to play PUBG.
What?
No, that's a perfect
You know what?
answer.
You're going to sit there and you're just continue to play fucking video games. You're just going to sit there and play video games.
I would, if I heard the explosion, I would go up and watch it because that's a once in a lifetime thing to see. You know?
Literally.
You
can only see that once in a lifetime because then it will end.
Yeah, it's a beautiful disaster and I'm about to get just literally
So you're going to play a video game and then watch the world end?
You know what? Technically, if I was in the basement, it might save my life, so.
No chance. No, you're dead.
You're dead immediately.
No, you don't know my healing abilities, okay? I'm actually
How was the sound on that?
Of Wolverine.
Was the sound on that good?
Yeah, that was the best sound you've had all episode.
Good.
I can't. I can tell that the vodka is setting in.
What vodka?
The vodka that you drank.
Nope.
Before we started here.
Nope.
Great. Let's move on to our best man alive of the week. I think we'd be remiss to not mention Stefan Diggs.
Who's that?
Oh boy.
Is he a sports guy?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
And he had the most epic.
That sounds like a very sports name. I'm just going to say that. Is he a basketball player? No, he's a football player, right?
Football. Yep. You nailed it the second time around. Ooh, the comeback. The come up.
I'm just saying that name sounds very sports-like.
You mean black.
Can you dig it, sucker?
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you're putting words in your mouth, Ryan.
I did not say that.
We're about to get to that mute, and we're only 24 minutes in.
Ooh.
Listen.
I took the over. How about you just take it easy for a minute?
Listen. I'm not getting out of control.
Stefan Diggs had one of the most epic pictures I've ever seen from a sporting event. He gets in the end zone, rips off his helmet, and just tosses it.
What do you mean?
He won the game. It was a walk-off touchdown. Game over.
How do you win? Like, how is it like a walk-off touchdown won?
There was no time left.
And they were down and they didn't tie it. They just won.
They won outright.
How much time was left? Because there's a certain amount. Oh, because there's like a certain amount of time, right? Where you like win the game and like the clock will run out, right? That happens.
No, they
do stop the clock, right? At a certain amount of time.
Yeah,
and you know you can't win. How long is that?
Yeah, but you're not gonna have a play that lasts 2 minutes.
So it's 2 minutes if you score,
the clock stops.
No, let's not gonna do it.
Okay, never mind. Okay, whatever. Okay, so it was like literally zero. The clock was 0
seconds. The game's
over. There was 10
seconds
seconds left. He caught the ball with 9 seconds and then ran all the way to the end zone. It was such a long touchdown. It took forever, and he ran into the end zone as time expired to win the game.
That's pretty cool.
Which is like unheard of.
That's pretty cool. I don't even like sports, but that's cool.
He gets in the end zone. He's not even out of breath. He just rips his helmet off and fucking throws it. Stone-faced. It was... I don't even like the Vikings. I don't care. That was amazing.
He posed for pictures afterwards too.
That's pretty cool.
Genius move, because that's a moment. Cool. That's a moment to be shared and
I respect that.
They're calling it the Minnesota Miracle.
I respect that.
Which makes sense. Also, I want to mention Lauri Markkanen. Did you see the block that he had on Steph Curry?
Stuff your face in it, Curry.
We're switching to the NBA now.
Jesus, you guys are moving too fast.
No. You'll enjoy this one. I will throw this up on the screen for you.
Is this the video where the guy like breaks his leg in half and like you see his bone?
No, it is gross, but not in that way. Oh,
how could it be gross in another way?
It was sick.
What other way could it? Oh, I see what you did there.
That's what I'm talking about.
I see that.
No tease. Block of the night.
Oh, it's literally called Block of the Night. Was not kidding about that. Oh, that's what literally.
Speaking of Block of the Night, ad blocker. Time out. We've
maybe later. Maybe later. Probably not later, but maybe.
Play you bitch. Oh my god, this is infuriating. Really?
Is this the Bulls?
Play a fucking half a second and then stop.
Wait.
Yes.
Nope. Hold on. Is this the Bulls? I like the way I said that one better.
Block that shit. The GOAT.
The GOAT, Lauri Markkanen. Block.
In your face.
Slap off the face.
Wait. Did he just spike that back into his face?
He sure as fuck did.
That was super cool. Also, how tall do you think that guy is? 24? Number 24? He's big. Oh!
By the way, that also is against the best player in the NBA.
You sucker.
Arguably the best player in the NBA.
Did you see that? Did you see that?
I'm the one that just showed you that.
That was really funny. That was actually funny. Thank you for sharing that with me. I enjoyed that.
Hey, you know what? Since we're here, we might as well show the Stefan Diggs touchdown.
I enjoyed that.
I just closed it.
That's fine.
God damn it.
I pictured it in my head. It was fantastic in my head.
What?
He was dancing to like getting jiggy with it. It was fine.
He's not dancing.
In my head.
He's just being Stefan Diggs.
In my head, he was dancing to getting jiggy with it, and it was fantastic.
So let's see where it starts out here. But it was a back and forth game the entire time. So the Vikings or the Saints
full screen.
just took the lead.
I feel like I'm there.
The Saints just took a lead with like a minute to go, less than a minute to go. And it was back and forth for the last 4 minutes. They had 4 lead changes, which means now the Saints just won it. Basically, they won it.
What town are the Saints from?
New Orleans.
This is the play.
Here's the play. Catch.
Boom.
Up.
Boom.
Nobody's
Boom.
gonna touch
Boom.
3,
Boom.
2,
Touchdown.
1. As time expired, won the game. Just chucked it like a boss.
What if he hit somebody in the head with his...
He's not even out of breath.
Not his concern. Not his concern at that point.
What if he hit somebody in the head?
That person would be honored.
Would they?
Yes.
Yeah.
To be hit in the head with the helmet from Stephon Diggs.
From Minnesota Miracle.
I mean, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
I got brain damage
Was that game like a huge game? Like, did they win something?
Yes.
They're going,
what did they win?
They're going to the next round of the playoffs.
Yes.
Is that the Super Bowl?
They're trying to go to the Super Bowl.
1 game away from the Super Bowl.
So that was a big digression. But back to our best man alive. Rick, do you have anything for me?
Mine was actually Stephon Diggs, I'll be honest. You can do Lori. I'll do Stephon.
That's fine. You can just say that it was your best man alive.
Go ahead. Stephon Diggs, keeping it real.
Erica, do you have anything for me? I don't assume you were a last minute fill in.
No, actually.
I do. I actually do.
Can you do a worse person alive?
I actually, Brick, it's funny that you mentioned that because it is not, well, it is a man and a woman. It's actually the worst people alive. I'm gonna call these people up. These are the people that are eating Tide Pods. These people are eating Tide Pods. Tide, like what you wash your clothes in. These people are eating the pods that Tide, what you wash your clothes in, come in. There's like literally a BuzzFeed article on, please, like, do not eat Tide Pods because you will kill you. It will kill you. It will legitimately kill you.
You know who's not reading those articles?
Who?
The kids that are actually eating the fucking Tide Pods.
You're making a fantastic point. These are the worst people alive. This is like literally what our world is coming to.
I really feel like you're the only person that didn't know this was happening.
Okay,
this has been going on for a long time.
I thought I saw like a little bit of buzz about it, and then I was on BuzzFeed.
I was like, yep, that's just a dumb kid doing dumb things. But if a bunch of dumb kids are doing dumb things,
like it has like legitimately become a thing where like BuzzFeed and other people like MSNBC need to write an article to tell people to not eat Tide Pods. Come on. I'm at the point where I don't have children, but I also, at this point, if you're going to eat a Tide fucking packet, let natural selection take its place. It's
you
Darwinism.
Dumb idiot.
That is Darwinism at its fucking finest.
But it's the opposite of Darwinism because we're taking these people to the hospital and pumping their stomachs and letting them live.
That's actually a good point. Because this article is preventing people because it's like legitimately warning people, do not eat these pods because they will kill you in a way that's like, hello.
It's natural selection.
Duh.
It's natural selection.
Like, obviously, if you eat this shit, it's going to fucking kill you. But this article is like, by the way, if you eat it, you might die. Such like a light way of telling you that you will die if you eat it. Come on.
Wonder how much that is hurting Tide's stock.
I think they're probably selling more because people are buying them as lunch.
That's a good point.
The parents are also not buying Tide anymore because they're like, all right, my kids are going to eat it. My kid's dumb.
I think you're wrong. I don't think these are children. I think these are grown fucking adults that are putting Tide Pods on fucking pizza.
I think that
on pizza.
Since we just watched Mom and Dad, I think more people are buying Tide Pods.
More
parents are buying them
that's
to
a good
try
point.
and kill their children.
Yeah, that's fair.
Which we will get into later. All right, I have our first ever Best Man Alive checkup because last week my Best Man Alive was David Harbour for agreeing to be in a girl's senior class pictures if she got an X number of retweets.
Yes,
well,
it was fantastic.
And he said it was going to make it more difficult because this person said, what would it take to get David Harbour to be the officiant at my wedding in September?
What?
He says 125,000 retweets. Within a day, 139,000.
Oh, damn.
So David Harbour...
He seems to be very naive to how many people will
the internet stays undefeated.
Right?
You can't do this.
Right? He's pushing the limits here.
He tweeted later, damn it, not even 24 hours. You're kidding me. DM me to get the ball rolling. I'm making it seriously hard next time, internet. This is not over between us. It continues.
Do we have to throw our hat into the ring and be like, yo, when are you going to be on the CHUMPcast?
Okay.
By the time he responds, it'll be 4 billion retweets.
Smithers.
Pumped.
How many retweets will it take for a celebrity to marry us? How many?
Depends on the level of celebrity.
And who's the celebrity?
Yeah, also, if you want to, I'll do one. I'll retweet it. And I'll be ordained and I'll marry you guys. I am a local celebrity, so...
No, thank you.
Anyways, back to David
Also,
Harbour.
get in line because you're not the first people.
Someone else tweeted, Melissa Stetton, "Hey, David Harbour, if this tweet gets 100,000 retweets, will you come to my house and clean my cat's litter box?"
Oh, damn.
David Harbour responded with clumping and scoopable, 225,000. Regular 2 a.m. I'm out of kitty litter 7-Eleven crap, 325,000.
Yeah, this guy's the actual man. That's hilarious.
He's a man and he's stupid at the same time because that is such a low number. Why would he pick such a low number? I would be like a billion tweets.
Well, it continues. There's more.
Oh, sorry.
Someone else tweeted, "Guys, David Harbour is a wonderful human being, but I really think we should cool it with the retweet things pretty soon because we're going to have him stealing the Declaration of Independence or something." David Harbour responds, 525,000 retweets.
No,
that's a low number. No, that's a low number to steal the Declaration of Independence.
What?
A brilliantly acted fracas between me and Winona in the rotunda for the Charters of Freedom, a paperclip, and a mid-90s headshot of Nicolas Cage is all I need. David Harbour is very quickly becoming one of my favorite celebrities, not only for his acting, but because of his interaction with his fans. I love this guy.
It sounds like he just needs some entertainment in his life.
If you have that level of celebrity, that's amazing to just do that.
Yeah, that's incredible. So I mean, it's incredible, but
keep
also,
the ball rolling.
How bored are you?
I just always appreciate someone like this who has achieved fame, but still is grounded. Because, I mean, he didn't really get famous until later in his life.
Yeah, right. I mean, grounded in a way that you're just like challenging yourself and like upping the game each time. I mean, he's like literally just like playing a game with himself. You know, he starts low and then...
Yeah, but if you're going to somebody's high school to take a senior class picture with them, I'd call that pretty grounded.
Well, yeah. But do you see where this is escalating to?
I can't wait for him to go and scoop this guy's kitty litter and get the pictures of him just doing it.
And then he goes and steals the Declaration of Independence. Like, no big deal.
If he does, then it's actually...
No big deal. No big deal.
No, National Treasure RL. Just like he just steals the Declaration of Independence. Amazing.
All right, I got one more thing to mention here. The worst man alive, Rotten Tomatoes. Because earlier this week, they tweeted out that it, quote, would have been John Carpenter's 70th birthday. John Carpenter, legendary writer, director, filmographer. Turns out he's not dead. He's still alive. And he tweeted back to them, to Rotten Tomatoes, despite how it appears, I'm not actually dead.
That's very awkward.
How about you do a quick Google search and see if the guy that you're tweeting about is actually dead?
I feel like there are so many resources at this point where like you could legitimately just like with one effort check that resource.
You mean like since you're sitting at your computer about to tweet, you could just Google it real quick?
Like legitimately. That is the laziest fucking job I've ever heard of in my life.
And I have this argument constantly with people like, oh, is that person dead? I think it was Bob Barker earlier. I was talking to somebody, or maybe I was listening to a podcast, and they were talking about, yeah, he's still alive. But, I mean, I could have just Googled that and been like, oh, fucking Bob Barker's still alive. Sweet.
He only fought Adam Sandler like 5-10 years ago.
It takes like little to zero effort to just like Google it and to just check your source.
I fully agree. I am on your side on this one. So that's it for our best man alive. Let's talk about the news a little bit. Paddington 2 came out.
What?
And is currently the highest rated movie ever on Rotten Tomatoes.
I'm sorry, what?
101? What?
That's false. That's fake news. Fake news.
Fake news awards. Right?
Fake news.
All right, Trump, stop yelling into the microphone.
Fake news.
I don't really have anything else to say about this. Just fuck Rotten Tomatoes.
That's fake news.
I will continue to reference them in their scores, but fuck you.
How is that?
John Carpenter's still alive.
Then again, how do you know Paddington Bear 2 isn't a fucking banger?
It could be. It very well could be.
Exactly. You have to watch it and review it for next week. How do you feel about that?
I got Jeepers Creepers on the
you have both now. You have Paddington 2 and Jeepers Creepers Billion. So how do you feel about that?
Pumped.
Cool.
I'm pumped.
Our next bet is going to be for a Paddington 2 review.
That's fair.
Okay. NBC has ordered a pilot for a Bad Boys series that would allegedly follow Gabrielle Union's character, Sid Burnett, who was Martin Lawrence's younger sister, and Will Smith's Boo.
Over it immediately.
Yeah, immediately.
Don't care.
Nope. I only care about, the best part about that movie was Martin Lawrence and Will Smith, right?
100%.
The two of them together were just magic. Without them, what kind of show do you have? You have
overrated.
You have like
nothing. You take out the boys and you leave bad.
You have like
that's what you have.
No.
What do you even call it?
Good.
Because if you don't have them,
you call it bad.
You call it bad.
Boom. Roasted.
I don't think would anybody watch a show just called
Boom
Bad?
Roasted.
Are they calling it Bad Boys?
NICS.
Are they calling it Bad Boys and having a girl star? That
how else does anybody know that it's a spinoff? Like it has to. That's
Bad Girls.
Maybe.
No.
I don't know.
That was a show with that one guy. Bad Girls? Isn't that like
you just said that was the show with that one guy called Bad Girls.
You know, the thing between the things.
A penis?
Okay, hold on. Nope. That's not what
that would be Bad Boys.
Nope.
Again, we're circling back to Bad Boys.
Who's that one guy that does all of those Girls Gone Wild videos? That's what I was talking about.
You were conflating Bad Boys with Girls Gone Wild?
No, with what Burke said.
I don't... anyways. The upcoming Cloverfield movie has launched a very cryptic website that Reddit obviously went nuts for and immediately decoded a hidden message. It doesn't really mean much, but we do have some info now on the cast and who will be appearing. We've got Elizabeth Debicki from Gatsby, and also she played Aisha, the gold woman in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Chris O'Dowd, who you'd know from Bridesmaids, the British dude from the IT Crowd. Daniel Bruhl, who played Baron Zemo in Civil War.
I prefer Steve Bruhl, but anyway.
Yeah, I don't think John C. Reilly's going to... Well, John C. Reilly was in Guardians of the Galaxy. I forgot about that. And David Oyelowo, who is in Selma and has been in a ton of other stuff. So this is, again, dropping alongside Super Troopers 2 on April 20th. Still know nothing about the movie, but I'm very pumped for this.
Super Troopers 2 looked hilarious.
The Red Band trailer looks amazing.
It was actually amazing. I'm pumped. I'm so pumped to see that movie.
Looks great. Speaking of secrets, though, we did get a surprise teaser trailer from Danny McBride. He's going to play the son of Crocodile Dundee in Dundee, Son of a Legend. Paul Hogan is supposed to come back to play his father. The teaser's really weird because Danny McBride doesn't even try to fake an Australian accent.
No, he does try to fake it, for a hot second. No, he does. The first thing he says, he tries to fake an Australian accent, and then he stops.
He does the iconic,
right.
That's not a knife, this is a knife line from...
Well, right. He starts off with an Australian accent, and then he stops immediately.
I guess maybe it was just so bad that it didn't even register with me. Yeah, you could definitely be right. I guess I need to watch it again.
100% right. He tried.
Killer.
This is the best movie idea I've heard in a long time, besides Mom and Dad, by the way. Which is
isn't this just perfect, though? Who would you rather have play Crocodile Dundee's son?
I didn't even know Crocodile Dundee had a son, so I didn't think that it
Wait a
was
second. No. Let's back up here.
Not Steve Irwin.
Paul Hogan, when he was younger.
Crocodile Dundee.
The whole thing is he was this huge badass. Of course he was plowing chicks and not wearing a condom.
Oh, I'm sorry. My child self didn't think about that.
She was thinking of knives and how they aren't knives.
Moving on. There has been news that Tom Holland actually will appear in Tom Hardy's Venom movie coming this October.
Ooh.
Originally, the story was that there was no way he was going to make an appearance, but apparently they're backtracking because Sony realized that's a terrible idea.
Dumbest thing I've ever heard.
We also have more info on the story, which was, as we previously mentioned, is going to be the Lethal Protector storyline, where the Life Foundation basically tries to clone the symbiote, the Venom symbiote, and make 5 of their own. But earlier this week,
Carnage comes in?
Tom Hardy Instagrammed a picture of Carnage.
Ooh.
So take that as you will.
That's exciting.
We still need to get our boy
Ben
Foster.
God, I can never remember his last name.
Foster.
His name's Ben. He's a ginger. He would be the perfect Cletus Cassidy. The first synopsis of Wreck-It Ralph 2, Ralph Breaks the Internet, has come out. As you could guess, Vanellope and Ralph discover a Wi-Fi router in their arcade, blah, blah, blah. Ralph breaks the internet. I know, Erica, that this is one of your most anticipated movies of all time. Is that fair to say?
Okay, maybe that's a little bit fair.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I thought you were being sarcastic.
No. I'm such a Wreck-It Ralph fan. And
she literally dressed up as Vanellope for Halloween.
I did.
Would you put like lollipops in your hair or some shit?
A little bit. This is like candy canes.
Nice.
Like, it's just some candy.
Did you lick them and stick them there, or did you tie them in there?
Maybe not exactly. I'm not going to reveal my secrets for Halloween to you, but it was a good costume.
Reminds me of that Arrested Development episode where Job has that super expensive suit that keeps getting more expensive the more he sees it, and then they stick a bunch of candy on the back of it. Then he freaks out. This is a $6,000 suit.
By the end, it's at like $15,000.
It's so yeah. The guy in the $4,000 suit is going to hold the elevator. Who doesn't make that in 4 months? Oh yeah, come on.
There is more DC movie news.
Boo. Who cares?
Honestly, it's dumb, and I'm fucking sick of their non-news. We're not going to talk about this.
Why are you deep sighing?
Yeah, I'm so fucking sick of it.
Sick of what?
Every week.
What are you sick of?
Oh, is Ben Affleck going to come back as Batman? Or are they going to cancel this movie?
Oh, yeah. Who gives a shit
I just
about Ben Affleck?
I don't fucking care anymore.
Who cares?
Jake Gyllenhaal's going to replace him, and I'm totally fine with that.
Wait, for what?
For Batman.
Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yeah.
No.
He's a way better actor.
Wait, really?
You know who's replacing Robin?
Who?
Nick Foles.
No.
Peace.
Who's that?
Call back.
You're not calling back on this episode, are you?
1,000%.
I don't have any other movie news for this week, so I guess it's time for us to get into our review of Mom and Dad. So this is clearly Erica's favorite movie of 2018 already. Early Oscar contender, I would say. Brick, do you agree?
Without a doubt. Like, no question. Amazing.
Currently at 73% on Rotten Tomatoes,
Whoa.
even though I just completely derided them. Doesn't matter. 61% from fans. Directed by a guy named Brian Taylor, who has done such masterpieces as Crank High Voltage, Gamer with Gerard Butler. Remember Gamer?
I don't.
No.
Wow, I can't believe you haven't seen that movie.
Yeah.
Jonah Hex, which was terrible. That's actually a DC movie, by the way. And Ghost Rider 2. So I guess that's how he and Nick Cage met.
That would make sense. Crank was actually hilariously amazing.
Jason
I loved
Statham,
Crank in that.
It was kind of like out of his wheelhouse because it's a super campy movie and he had to know that it was going to be that way. It's not a bad movie.
I enjoyed it thoroughly.
If you can turn your brain off and watch it, yeah.
That's what it is. We throw it into the Fast and Furious category and it's literally a 9.
Whoa.
Hell yeah.
Don't badmouth Fast and Furious.
I'm just saying that's the category that we're throwing it into is you turn your brain off movie and it's a 9.
Really? You're going to throw this into the Fast and Furious category, Brick?
What kind of movie do you think Fast and Furious is? Let me see the plot line develop and the characters.
Poop movie?
Nope.
It's a poop movie?
So once again, this
guaranteed poop?
This is Erica talking about movies that she has not seen with Crank and Fast and Furious.
Whoa. I probably saw Fast and Furious, the original.
Great, there haven't been 7 more of them.
Yeah, Crank was hilarious, but also, doesn't he like masturbate on a bus or something?
Because he has to keep his heart rate up.
He has to keep his heart rate up.
He has to get a boner.
Fucking hilarious.
No,
it's really fun.
Oh no, he bangs a girl in a bus, and then he like leaves the bus and bangs her out just because he has to keep his heart rate up. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. That's like Speed.
I'm sorry.
With Keanu
to
Reeves.
whom is that hilarious to? To whom?
Me.
Brick, tell me.
2/3 of the people here.
I thought it was hilarious.
I did not expect it, and I was like, "Yo,
no, that's the whole point. Is that it just comes out of left field.
He has to keep his heart rate up, or else his heart explodes."
It's a bomb that goes off. But
same, amazing.
Great. Anyways, back to Mom and Dad. Yeah, we mentioned Nicolas Cage. He plays Brent, the father. Selma Blair plays his wife. I'm already kind of taken out of this because there's no world where Nicolas Cage could get a woman that looks like Selma Blair.
Dude, Nick Cage is a bad boy. You know, that's how you get Selma Blair.
It sounds like, Brick, you are sexually attracted to Nicolas Cage. That's what it sounds like to me.
Nick Cage is the man.
All right.
His outbursts in this movie were everything that I wanted them to be.
For how much literally hate Nick Cage gets for no reason, I think it's literally hilarious. He is a psycho.
No reason? I'm sorry, Nick Cage gets hate for 0 reason at all.
Reasons again?
Is that what you just said?
Someone throw me the reason.
Is that what you just said?
Have you seen Wicker Man?
Have you ever seen how ridiculous he is as a human being?
Yeah, I'm just saying, give me more than just, I'm a ridiculous human being. Who cares?
Oh, okay. I'll give you more than that.
Give me more.
He's the worst.
That's
literally
a dumb
the
reason.
worst.
Dumb reason. Okay, continue.
No, it's not dumb.
Did you guys hear the story about how he had to return a dinosaur skeleton
Here we
he had
go.
bought?
Here we go.
Because
who buys a dinosaur skeleton?
Someone who can
one.
buy a dinosaur skeleton.
Number 2.
Good point. Good second point. Next.
I completely lost my train of thought because you were talking over me.
You were gonna buy it. He bought a dinosaur and had to return it.
He had to return it because apparently it was really. Now you're gonna get mad at me.
This is hilarious.
He had to return it because apparently it was stolen.
So
someone stole a dinosaur skeleton.
How do you not like a guy who's gonna black market a fucking dinosaur? That's hilarious.
He didn't even know that it was black market though. That's the shitty part.
Doesn't matter.
That's why he had to return it.
He's buying black market dinosaur bones.
Also, dude, you stole the Declaration of Independence. Like, you can't get away with this. Come on, man.
National treasure. Yeah, seriously. He should have figured it out. But that's also amazing. He's not Mr. Robot or anything.
So anyways, back to Mom and Dad. We've been talking about this for a few weeks now because we saw the trailer and we were like, yes, obviously we're going to review this movie. The premise is Selma Blair and Nick Cage are married. They have 2 kids. Both of them are little shits. But apparently a virus or something hits this neighborhood, and the outcome of that is you want to murder your own offspring.
Yeah. Also, the little boy wasn't a piece of shit. He just like wasn't schooled or educated because
no, dude.
Like
When he threw that ball at Nick Cage and hit him in the back of the head, fuck that. And he was always leaving his Tonka trucks all over the place. Fuck that kid.
Okay. Well, if your dad is Nick Cage, you're throwing a fucking Tonka truck at him.
It was midday. He never even got out of his pajamas. Fuck that kid.
You're jealous that you can't walk around in your pajamas all day. Anyway, don't hate the kid because he rolls in comfort, you know?
Most days I never get out of my pajamas, by the way.
God.
But
you should be on the same level as this kid.
No, fuck that kid. What do you want to talk about? Because we literally just watched this. So we're contemplating. We recorded as we were watching this our reactions to the things that were going on screen.
What is that? Movie science theater?
Mystery science theater is what you're talking about.
Same concept as that.
I'm contemplating releasing this. Also, it was kind of bad. I was just sitting in silence for most of the time. We didn't really have a whole lot to say about this. Usually when you're going to do a movie commentary, you've seen it before, but this was first look. This movie came out yesterday, and to let you know what kind of movie it is, it was released in theaters and on digital demand on the same day. So it's basically like a straight to DVD movie.
But with the added benefit that it was in theaters, that's a weird thing.
It really is.
Has any movie really done that?
Nothing comes to mind.
Also, what was the last movie that Nick Cage was in? Ghost Rider 2?
No, he's definitely been in a movie since then. I'm going to have to look this up now.
Movies that have been to theater.
Yeah,
I want to throw that in there.
Most of the time, Nick Cage movies go to the theater just because he has that draw. He has a name.
We should do like a Rotten Tomatoes Nick Cage.
By the way, Oscar Award winner Nicolas Cage.
For what?
Leaving Las Vegas.
I actually probably have never. I don't think I've seen that movie.
Let's see. Oh wow, he's been in a Army of One. He was in the Snowden movie that they did. Yeah, this is a lot of bad movies. Anyways, back to this film. What are we really going to talk about here? I guess we should give it a rating.
Once again, I will bring up the scale that which we are rating this movie. We have the Fast and Furious turn your brain off scale, and then we have like real movie scale. Is that kind of how we're going?
I would argue that you need your full brain for this movie.
Please elaborate on this argument that I need a full brain to see this movie.
It's a very deep, thought-provoking experiment.
They do hit some social issues.
Definitely.
They do touch on those.
There are deep social issues on resentment of your children in middle America and suburbia, and I'm running out of cliche words to say here.
Yeah. Turn your brain off. Watch crazy super psycho dad Nicolas Cage do his thing. That's what you came to see, is psycho Nick Cage dad.
All right, Britt, give me your quick review and rating.
Okay. I thought Selma Blair, big fan of her. She's awesome. The kids were shitheads, minus the little boy who was just having fun, just being a kid who was uneducated and was like 10 years old. Weird. I'm going to give this like a 6.5. I want to give it more, but I'm going to give it a 6.5 because just kind of it is what it is. It is exactly what you think it is. Just go in there, turn your brain off. Hilarious Nick Cage movie. Boom. Peace.
You can rent this from Vudu for $5. It's worth a watch.
That's what makes it over 5. 6.5. Boom.
Do you know Selma Blair from anything else, or are you just looking and you're like, oh, I know her?
What was she in, like Cruel Intentions or some shit? Or like she's in a bunch of movies. She's in a bunch of shows. She's in a bunch of things that I know. I know Selma Blair enough. I've seen her enough to know who she is. Don't know her enough to know what she's done.
Fair enough. Erica, will you give me your thoughts on this movie?
I'm going to give this movie a 4 rating.
Is your mic on? Just curious.
It is.
It's on.
Okay.
It's on.
I saw you turn it on or off, and apparently it's on now.
Oh, it's on. It's on. I give it about a 4. I think it was stupid. If you watch the previews, you basically know what happens in the movie. It ends in a very, very stupid way, and it made me very upset. Basically, if you watch the trailer, you know what's going to happen. So I think it's dumb.
I think that
Well, you were interrupting as I was giving my review. I wasn't done. I think that this movie is dumb, and I don't think you should watch it.
Please continue, actually. Please. I want to make sure you're completed.
I'm going to reiterate that I think it's a 4, and I think it's a silly-ass movie.
And it's dumb.
Don't think you should watch it.
And it's dumb, and it's terrible, and it's dumb.
Please,
are you mocking me?
Yes,
are you
I
mocking
am.
me?
Hey, Ryan.
Is that how I sound?
Fully mocking you right
Please
now.
don't interrupt Erica while she's trying to give her in-depth review, please.
Thank you, Brick.
Okay?
I appreciate that.
No problem. I
appreciate that.
I think she's done now, so
That's
go ahead and
I'm done.
you can make your marks.
Great.
Go ahead.
I'm going to give this a 6. I think it's definitely worth a watch just for Nick Cage's outrageous outbursts.
What a range! You know what? What a range of emotion that he can display. He goes from psycho yelling at a door to crying at the door. It's just like it's one of those.
Back to psycho yelling at his kid.
Exactly. It's one of those. It gets you from the range of emotions. It makes you react as a viewer, and that's what you want from a good actor: is to be able to react to what they are doing on the screen, have the feels. That's why Nick Cage is the best actor of all time.
I always say that a movie should make you feel something. And I think I can honestly say that it made everyone in this room feel something.
We felt it. Nick Cage knows.
I don't think we really need to spoil this. So I don't think we will.
Can we even
No, you could say what the ending actually was. Obviously Erica was not a fan of it.
You
and
can't
that's
all right. I'll leave it at that. The ending was I loved the ending. So
let's talk about the violence. I came into this fully expecting some great and I guess creative murders. We got a few.
I'm happy that in one sense of a viewer, you want to see the gore, you want to see the blood, the violence, but you want to see the purge aspect of it. Like you want to see some like crazy shit like you are not supposed to see in real life or whatever. But at the same time, like I'm not trying to see babies getting murdered and shit.
No, and that's
like they made the line to a point where you're going to grimace a little bit, but they're also not going to super cross the line and see a baby being like decapitated or whatever. It's a fine line and they did it fine. I think they did a good job. I think they did a good job of not going over the line, but for what the movie was supposed to be about, they paddled in the line enough to make you feel, I guess, enough.
The comparison I make when I talk about this is the Belko experiment, where you had a really good opportunity to do some original murdering, like ways that no one has ever seen before. And they didn't do that here.
Which is a good and bad thing.
I think you got to try new stuff that you know what this movie is going to be. You cast Nicolas fucking Cage. Be weird.
I don't think there's no better cast than having Nicolas Cage be the psycho dad. You, during the recording, said Gary Busey.
Okay, name another crazy person that would have been fine for this.
I don't agree with Gary Busey because they wanted to make that mid-suburbicon regular family life kind of a thing. That's what Gary Busey's not like, yo, this is my dad. Like, nope. He's just a psycho homeless guy on the street who maybe caused the whole virus to happen. That's what I would feel. That's a Gary Busey role.
Well, that's your opinion.
And that's valid.
What about like Russell Brand?
No, he's too funny. He's too like, oh, whimsical and whatever. British. If he had a British accent, I would have lost me immediately.
Do you think this would have been funnier or better if it had been someone that you didn't see as crazy?
No, I think if they had a no-name person as Nick Cage's dad, we wouldn't have watched this movie.
I agree with you on that
Seth Rogen played the dad, I would have liked this movie so much more.
I guess what I'm talking
Seth
about
Rogen
is
would not have been a good dad for murdering
whatever.
kids, I don't think.
It would have been funnier if he played the dad, is what I'm trying to say, Brick.
I think Seth Rogen is inherently funnier than Nicolas Cage.
He is inherently funnier.
Because he's intentionally funny as opposed to Nicolas Cage.
That's what I mean. This movie would have been funnier if there was a funnier person in this role versus Nicolas Cage, who just fucking freaks out and just freaks out.
All right, James Franco.
That's where I disagree with you.
I don't like James Franco.
This movie
I'm going to stick with
isn't
Seth Rogen.
This movie isn't like, oh, I'm going to be a super pothead funny. That's like all of Seth Rogen's movies that are funnier.
I mean, he's not always a pothead.
Seth Rogen is not the like psycho dad type that would make this funny. Like the whole point of it is to be like, you're kind of a
psycho dad.
It doesn't have to be a psycho dad. You're trying to kill your kids. That's not a psycho dad.
But I just don't think Nicolas Cage is funny. That's the problem.
He wasn't supposed to be funny.
Well,
he was
then
supposed
what
to
is
be
this
a
movie
psycho
supposed
dad.
to be? Brick?
It's a dark comedy.
It's a dark comedy.
I don't
Seth
get
Rogen
the comedy in the dark
There's no
comedy,
dark comedy
though.
with
That's
Seth
what I'm
Rogen.
saying. There's no comedy in the dark comedy. It's just dark. I don't like Nicolas Cage. He's not funny to me in any possible way.
I think he's hilarious.
That's where this movie became very for me.
I'm hilarious unintentionally all the time. I don't mean to be. I'm just an idiot. And
you're just saying that because I laugh at you a lot.
People laugh at me a lot. I'm unintentionally funny. I fit a perfect role for something, but Nicolas Cage fits this role perfectly. Nope. Seth Rogen would not be a good psycho dad that tries to murder his kids. Shout out to Seth Rogen.
Disagree.
Who wouldn't murder children and be funny at it.
I think that he would try, and I think he would fail epically, and I think it would be hilarious.
I don't know what else to say about this. I kind of agree that the ending was a little disappointing, but that's not to say that it ruined the movie. You can't really end this.
I couldn't have been more surprised by the ending, to be honest. Also, there's no other. I'm not sure how I would want it to be. How would I want it to be ended? Like, everything is normal now.
Well, the problem is they literally set up zero plot for this movie, so you have literally no idea how the way that this movie is going to end. So when it ends, you're extremely surprised, as you were when it began, because it makes zero sense.
Murdering your children for no reason also makes no sense at all either. That's why you don't, for a movie like this, you don't need to have.
This movie makes zero sense. That's why I hated this movie, because none of it makes any sense. Do you understand why the parents murder the children? No.
No, but we'll find out in the sequel.
Oh, great. Well, I'm not going to pay them to go see the fucking sequel. So
that's okay.
That's why I gave this movie
so
a 4.
You can watch it with us.
Well, no, that's why I hate this stupid movie. Because they give zero content as to why they are trying to kill their children.
They don't need to.
Oh, they don't need to give it?
Why is that even, okay. That's not even relevant to what they're trying to get across in the movie. They're just
how is that? That's so, literally, that is the whole point of this movie, Brick, is killing their children. You don't want to know why they're killing their children?
Hey, can you stop clapping, please?
No, that is the whole point of why I'm making this point.
3 snaps in a Z formation.
Snaps.
It doesn't matter. Knowing and not knowing would not have made this movie any better or worse. Agreed or not?
For real?
Yeah.
You don't want to know why the parents are killing the children? That's irrelevant?
It's the mystery of it all. It's not. It doesn't matter, because the whole point of it was just to show the parents want to just murder their kids. That was the whole point. So that's why it's a straight to DVD release / theater. They don't need to go into super depth about it. People want to see this movie because they want to see their kids get murdered.
I didn't realize that this was straight to DVD movie.
You did. We said it like 3 times.
Well, why would I know that? You just made me watch it. I sat down on my couch and I watched this stupid ass movie.
Amazing ass movie. So.
Thank you.
I think that about wraps up our review of Mom and Dad.
This is our first time we've been against each other the whole time.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
that's
usually you guys just team up on me.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Look at how Selena all smiles. Smith is over there, just not getting bullied. Yo, Smith, you're a pussy. Let's just fucking end it on that. Yeah.
Kick your teeth in. So let's do our recommendations for the week. Brick, do you want to kick this off?
Recommendation of the week. I am drawing a blank, bro. I don't know.
Okay,
football. Watch football.
I have a recommendation for the week then, if Brick doesn't have anything.
It's almost like we don't do this every weekend. Like,
that was a little condescending, but okay.
That's fine. It was intended to be condescending, so I hope you took it that way.
I did.
Damn, there's some heat coming off this.
Hell yeah.
Right,
I'm going to suggest a TV show called The Magicians.
Wow, I'm definitely not rolling my eyes. My eyes are
that's
definitely
fine.
my eyes are
roll
definitely
your eyes
just dry.
At The Magicians.
I just have dry eyes.
It's a fantastic TV show. It's on the Sci-Fi Channel, and it's a mix between Harry Potter and like an adult themed Harry Potter and the Narnia books. It's a fantastic show, and it's in its 3rd season. It just started its 3rd season on Sci-Fi Channel.
I'll be honest, 3 seasons too long.
It's pretty fantastic, and I feel like everybody that's into Harry Potter should watch this show.
Fair enough. I also enjoy that show. Brick will talk over us anyways. It doesn't really matter.
Verified lame.
My recommendation for this week is, if you can ignore super pervy animation and extra Japanese trippiness, a show called Devilman Crybaby.
Wow. Can't believe that you're recommending this show.
I apologize for making fun of your recommendation. That's
wow.
trash. You're trash. We're back. We're fine.
I really can't believe that you're recommending this show to people.
Yeah, you're a huge dork.
Actually ridiculous.
Unbelievable.
This show is incredibly sexist and depicts women in a horrible way. So please do not watch this show. It's absolutely horrible.
If you're a male chauvinist and a Nazi, I think you should watch this show.
So my recommendation for the week is Devilman Crybaby.
Nice.
Wow.
Be warned going into this. It's on Netflix.
No.
It's an anime from Japan. It is trippy and weird as fuck. Actually,
no.
Erica recommended
for it.
this to me.
Nope, I did not.
You 100% did, and you know that you did. I don't know. It's so weird that I just can't look away. It's like a train wreck. I just can't stop looking. I watched 2 episodes, okay? And it's very sexist. Fucking weird. I don't know. I think the best part of it is the weird rap narrations that go on. They just kind of, these Asian guys show up and just start rapping in Japanese and giving you these super dark allegories. It's just really weird. if you want a feeling for what this really is, there's a click list article on GameSpot.com called 17 Devilman Crybaby scenes that are so fucked up that they shouldn't be on Netflix. So take that as you will. I really just didn't have anything else to recommend this week, so that's it.
Yes.
I feel like my recommendation might have been enough, but
now that he mentioned that, I kind of like your recommendation.
Thank you.
Comparatively based.
Yeah.
Wow, that was trash.
You're welcome.
Way to bring us back in. Way to bring us back at the end here. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, if you're going to start teaming up on me, I got to give you a reason to.
Yep.
I'm sorry. When did we team up on you?
Yeah, you idiot loser.
You're literally doing it right now.
Nope, you're just being lame and just a coward way out, you know?
Great. So that's the end of this episode. Chumps out, motherfuckers.
There we go. There's the sigh of like, oh shit.
Bye.
Yo, peace.